us. Let me put it that way.
I understand.
He didn't tell me a lot of things, but apparently when women were admitted to the academies, he acted as if he didn't care. It was not a big deal to him.
The old man faking it again, wasn't he?
But
it almost killed him. God love him.
The next time he comes down, it's going to be great because you'll be out in Swanee, and I can bring the man to meet the man and to see the two men meeting. It's going to touch my heart. I'm telling you, it's going to touch me.
And I bet he thinks that they got no business in the military, too.
Well, he might.
Yeah.
You want to get him on the show and grill him? I don't know.
I could ask him over a cup of coffee.
You make me nervous sometimes when you talk about stuff like this. I don't know. I can't speak for him, but he never acted like it ticked him off.
Yeah, it did.
You men, you're so bonded.
Man was heartsick.
He was.
He was heartsick. Went into a closet.
Well, my father never really liked West Point people.
What's the like?
I mean, none of us did.
I understand that.
I don't know if you really do, because I mean, he was ROTC. Every guy I ever dated that went to one of the academies had one thing on their mind: date the highest-ranking officer's daughter on the post, no matter what she looks like, and get her to marry you.
Yeah. See, you got to understand, they didn't go to West Point because they wanted to be a failure.
But I hated that, because when they all came down for summer camp or whatever, it was like they were all the way, they were guarding the general's houses, and it was sick. So.
Well, your father and I are going to get together and solve all of this once and for all.
I know, you are.
When he comes back to town.
And it will be beautiful. It will be beautiful.
You take care of your sweet self.
Have a good weekend.
I'll talk to you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Our number, 1-800-572-8255. Ludlow Porch, and you can use that number anywhere you can hear us, and that's just dang near everywhere. So we would like to hear from you. We're going to take some more telephone calls and some more conversation right after this. Stay with us.
Florida watermelon growers are proud to be a sponsor of the Ludlow Porch Radio Network this month. We want all of Ludlow's loyal listeners to know our Florida watermelon crop is coming in this month with peak production and outstanding quality.
I'm back. All right. If you wonder why the theme song ran, I was outside talking to, upon further review, who is here all the way from Cleveland, Tennessee, and he brought us some goodies. Denny, we have some shirts and hats from Cleveland, and they have made me an honorary citizen of Cleveland, Tennessee, and I couldn't be more honored, and I really appreciate this. And I will we're gonna put your hat in the place of honor in here on our network hat rack, and you're getting a round of applause from Denny. Very nice, Cleveland, Tennessee. We'll find a place of honor for that certificate too. An honorary citizen. You know what that means? That means I get to pay taxes up there. All right, we're going to get right to the phones and talk to Bambi on the radio. Hello, Bambi.
Hey, Luddy.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, except tell me how in the world get out of this phone booth. This call forwarding is marvelous.
You still trapped?
But how in the devil do you get the thing back to my office so I can go home, take a bath, and go to work?
Still trapped in the lobby?
Yes.
We'll send a maintenance man around with a screwdriver and a pair of pliers or something.
Well, I wish you would, because it sure is hot in this phone booth. I've been here, and I've just had a ball.
It's been fun.
I mean to tell you, I ain't never met so many folks that I thought I already knew.
When you come to a party, you come to a party.
Luddy, I do believe that's the best one we've ever had.
The Cracker Jack.
They just get better and better.
All right. Yeah, we can do this one every day.
I know it. But if you don't send some help over here, I'm going to suffocate.
All right, we'll get on the way, Bambi. Take care.
All right.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. 1-800-572-8255 to Columbus, Georgia. And we talk to a new wacko, Pete Rose. Hello, Pete.
How you doing, Ludlow?
Doing great, buddy.
Doing good. You know how you can tell Bambi that was probably the best party ever?
How's that?
Because that was the first one I made.
Well, that could have been it.
Yeah, I'm sure that had something to do with it.
Yeah.
I wanted to tell all your listeners out there's another baseball team in Georgia that's doing real good other than Atlanta Braves.
Who is that?
Our Columbus Red Sticks are four games out in first place, and the magic number's 7, and they're going to be the first half division champs down here in the Sally League.
All right. Well, you let us know as that gets closer.
Yeah, and I did want to tell everybody who's playing third base for these Columbus Red Sticks.
No. Who's on first?
I don't know who's on first,
No,
but on third base,
I don't know some.
well, let's just say Pete Rose Jr. I mean, the Pete Rose Jr.
Your son played that position.
Yeah, he's playing third base and doing great. Hitting leading about third in the league in hitting, and he just might turn out to be a baseball player after all.
I love it.
Hey, Ludlow, you had a great party. I tell you what, I really was so happy to put faces with all these people that I knew, like Patty said, and Bambi.
Yeah.
You knew all these folks because you heard them call, and it was just a great party, and I think we ought to do it more often.
All right, well, we'll have one anytime you can get here.
Anytime I show up.
That's right.
Well, you know, I'm always going up 85. You just can't ever tell when I'll stop in.
I'll see you in a few minutes, Pete.
All righty.
Take care,
Well,
man.
you have a good day.
All right, buddy. Bye-bye. Let's talk to Margie. Hello, Margie.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
What a super party.
It was kind of a grabber, wasn't it?
It really was. What a lot of people there, and it was like an alumni association in a way for the Wackos that have been around for a while.
Yeah.
And it was just great to see everybody and meet the new ones. I'm just sorry the old person from Norcross wasn't there.
Yes, I missed her.
She unfortunately wasn't able to come, so it was.
And if she's listening, I want her to realize that the old person was your description, not mine.
Well, we've been doing this for a long, long time.
I understand, and that's the reason she loathes and despises you.
I know. You notice I said a long. Actually, what we discussed now, or I refer to her as back in the era of the fur skins.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't appreciate
She'll
that.
be calling you any minute.
I'm sure heavy breathing is about to commence. But like they've said before, I know a lot of people are trying to get in, but I just want to say it was a great party. We thoroughly enjoyed being there. Let's have another one soon.
Well, as a matter of fact, anytime you're out this way, just stop by.
Like Cobb County is right next to Swanee. Sure.
Oh, well,
we had to pack and leave at the crack of dawn.
You have got to realize that you have moved out of the horse and buggy era. And you now have automobiles that will carry you from Cobb County to here in a matter of moments.
No. When you say horse and buggy, you say that to Roxanne, not to me.
Well, but you're the one that's complaining about traveling 6 or 8 miles.
Oh, 6 or 8 miles?
Yeah. Just get in the car and drive fast. You'll be right here.
Okay. Listen again. It was a wonderful party, and we thoroughly enjoyed it.
You take care of your sweet self, and I'll talk to you soon.
All righty.
Bye-bye. And when Roxanne calls, I will defend you.
Oh, I'm sure of that.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Interesting piece of news. We have debated, and we'll be continuing to debate the matter of gambling, casino gambling, that sort of thing. And you folks in the Southeast know we're about to vote here in the state of Georgia on the lottery. And in Louisiana, way ahead of us. On Monday, the State Senate, Louisiana State Senate, voted 21-18 to have casino gambling in New Orleans. And the State House approved it right away, Monday night, as a matter of fact. And the governor says he's going to sign it, and he won't have to go to Las Vegas to gamble anymore. He can do it right there in New Orleans. And they're going to have a lot of Atlanta folks that are going to reschedule conventions and reschedule meetings and trips and vacations. Wait and see. This is going to be a great boon to the New Orleans economy. And whether or not you're in favor of casino gambling or not, I don't know. But we're talking about adding, 15,000 to 25,000 jobs in New Orleans. Many states along the Mississippi River have approved riverboat and dockside gambling. But as far as I know, this is the first where they're going to open a casino. Be very, very interesting. If you want to talk about that, that is marvelous. We'll talk about that or anything else that may be on your mind. Let me give you our darling little number, 1-800-572-8255. That's 1-800-572-TALK. And we're in the new permanent network facilities at the Falcons Complex in Swanee, Georgia. So as you ease up and down Highway 85, drop in here and say hello. We look forward to it. Right now we want to talk to anybody about almost anything. It is Friday, our catch-up day. 1-800-572-8255. Join us.
Next time you want to go fishing, you should head to Chattanooga. Take your family to the new Tennessee Aquarium, where you'll see everything from trout in a mountain stream to bass and game fish, even sharks and stingrays and other wildlife from around the world. But please, leave your rod and reel at home.
Look below the surface and see beyond the edge at the Tennessee Aquarium. Play Tennessee Aquarium Trivia and you can win a weekend trip to the Tennessee Aquarium, including deluxe accommodations and an authentic Victorian sleeper car at the Chattanooga Choo Choo Holiday Inn. Call 1-800-TRACK-29 for Choo Choo Holiday Inn reservations and Tennessee Aquarium package information. Now, here's our trivia question.
Name the freshwater lobster look-alike that builds mud chimneys in freshwater creeks, ponds, and in the Discovery Falls exhibit. Send your answer to Tennessee Aquarium Trivia, 1601 West Peachtree Street, Atlanta, Georgia, 30309 by July 1st, and you could win.
Is this on, Robert? Okay. Welcome to the Better Leadership Through Effective Communications Techniques seminar. Trust you've all enjoyed the Continental Breakfast / Getting to Know You session. Now, immediately following my opening welcome, you'll have the choice of 3 very exciting sessions. In the Pocahontas Ballroom, there's time management and time budgeting. In the Geronimo Room, there is redundancy reduction. And in the Sasquatch Room, there is stepping up effectiveness.
Employers try a lot of things to help their employees become more productive, but we'd like to remind you that the National Guard and Reserve teaches employees skills to be better team players, decision makers, and leaders. So when they need time off to train, be a hero. Give them the freedom to protect ours.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to go get one more of those French grillers before they're all gone. One with the sprinkles.
A public service message from employer support of the Guard and Reserve and the Ad Council.
Children who get enough calcium may be less susceptible to developing high blood pressure throughout their life. A Boston University study showed that for every 100 milligrams of calcium in a child's diet, blood pressure fell 2 points. The more calcium, the healthier the pressure. Up to age 11, the recommended dietary allowance for calcium is 800 milligrams. Then it increases by 50% to 1,200 milligrams a day. So from their early teen years, youngsters actually need to eat more calcium-rich foods. 3 to 4 servings of milk, cheese, and yogurt, along with spinach and broccoli, can meet this need. While more research is needed, current findings suggest that kids who get the recommended level of calcium may improve their chances of avoiding high blood pressure. I'm Andrea Perkins, a registered dietitian with 60 Seconds on Nutrition.
Gypsy Fiddlers are here. 1-800-572-8255 as we talk to Warren Peace. Hello, Warren.
Gracious, good morning to you.
How you doing? I got a glimpse of you the other day.
Yeah, I said, hey, I was on my way to get some copy paper.
See, I knew you were out chasing a dollar.
Yeah, I'm not one to, as I said before, I quit grammar school because they had recess. Man, I was ready to get on with it.
I understand.
Yeah, just lolling around. I just didn't go for that.
Lollying as well as gagging.
Yeah, I have gagged a few times. Yes. It was a nice party.
Well, it was.
I wished I could have stayed longer, but I left the motor running, and I did. I spoke to Ray. Radiator was there in all his radiant splendor. I did not get to see Edner. I've seen Edner a couple of times, and really, ain't that big a deal.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't want Ray to hear that,
No.
He's.
But you have to admit, Edner is interesting.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. Yeah.
And that old boy with that little bitty head, he was there too, wasn't he?
Wayne was here, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, incidentally, let me tell you something. Wayne hadn't played in an Atlanta club in some time, but he's going to be at the Wooden Nickel in Tucker Sunday night. So
well, for goodness
if you're out and about, go by and see him. That's what I'm going to try. I got to be out of town, but I'm going to try to be back by then to catch his new opening.
Well. I'm glad he's back in good. I'm sure glad his fiddle is fit.
His fiddle is fitting.
Yes. that's always a. But you're going to hold forth out there, and as London Lil said a while ago, you're going to overlook the place where they consume edibles out there.
Yes.
Most all the time.
Not most all the time.
All the time.
Slap all the time.
Well, that's going to be nice, and by osmosis, you're going to get a lot of weight gain there. You know.
Yeah, you can feel the calories seeping through these windows.
Through the glass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe this within a not too distant future, myself and maybe a cohort will come by and sup coffee in front of you.
I love it.
And maybe speaker spoke at you.
I love it. Bring your bride.
I will do my best, and the best of your family. I saw Diane too. She's came through there while Radiator and I were standing there talking.
Yeah, she.
And he was brazen enough to get a hug.
The gang was all here.
Yes, it was.
Come on back and see us.
All right, buddy.
Take care.
Good to talk to you.
Hi, pal. Always.
Bye-bye.
Let's go to Macon and talk to Jeff on the radio. Hi, Jeff.
How you doing, Ludlow?
Doing great. How's everybody in Macon?
Fine. We got a little bit of light rain down here. I don't know how y'all are doing up there.
About the same. It's not this minute, but soon.
I know with us, in about the course of about 2 days, we were like 4.5 inches short, and we've already made up 3.5 out of the 4.5 inches we were short on rainfall.
Good for the tomatoes.
And anybody that gripes about it, I remember some of those dry summers where you wouldn't see rain after, July and August for 2 months straight, so I'm not going to cry about it.
Absolutely.
One or two quickie things this morning. I was looking at Macon paper, and I see where friends in Congress did not pass, or rather the House didn't pass a balanced budget amendment.
Yeah.
And the good old Democrats claimed it wouldn't solve the problem. You had to have all these other things. Seems to me if you're hemorrhaging, you stop what causes part of the hemorrhage. And when you're overspending $400 billion a year, that's part of the hemorrhage.
And these are the same folks against the line item vetoes.
Yeah. And so somebody ought to ask John Lewis why he voted against it, because he was the only guy from Georgia that voted against it.
Interesting question.
Yeah.
Interesting question.
Here's the second thing.
All right.
What you ought to have, do you have a pet peeve list?
Oh, yeah.
You know what, one of the pet peeves, and I just thought about this, and maybe other people have them. One of them, have you ever gotten in the express line at a store where it says express X number of items cash only?
Yeah.
And the bozo pays with a check?
I don't see anybody can possibly believe in gun control who's done that.
I wonder either they were good in English and flunked math, or flunked math or vice versa.
Happens all the time, and the bad part about that is the poor checkout person is, they're taught that the customer's always right and to be nice to the customer, and you get some yahoo walking up there in the checkout line with 35 items, and they put right in the middle.
I was in a grocery store, one of the chains here in Macon one day, and some woman went up to the express line, and she had a whole cart full, and the cashier said, "Ma'am, this is an express line. You have too many items." I got up there because I had like the 2 or 3, it was like 12 or less. I said, "Thank you very much." She says, "We have a sign. All we ask they do is read and follow directions." And one last other thing, I was telling one of my doctors, is there such a publication as Fat Boys Cookbook? The Fat White Boys Cookbook?
No, wait a minute. It's not a publication. It's a book. It's called, the name of the book is The Fat White Guy's Cookbook.
Let me write that down. He laughed. He thought that was funny. The Fat White Guy's Cookbook.
It's better bookstores everywhere.
All right. I like that.
And a few bookstores you wouldn't be caught dead in.
Huh?
I said better bookstores everywhere, and a few you wouldn't be caught dead in.
Okay, that sounds like a winner. So that's one of my other pet peeves. You ever got out in the left lane and somebody drives 50 miles an hour on a 4-lane highway, a multi-lane road?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'd like to take a rock and just zoom them off into space.
You know my chief one?
What's that?
People who blow car horns. If we're ever going to have any law and order in this country, we got to drag those folks out of the car, beat them senseless, and leave them laying unconscious on the side of the road. Take care of yourself. I got to go, buddy.
Have a good time.
Hang in there.
Bye-bye.
Stick around, gang. More conversation right after these important words.
How I love you, how I love you, my dear old Swanee. I give the world for me among the folks in Diator. tricks, I even know my mammy, waiting for me, praying for me down by the Swanee. The folks up north will see me no more when I get to that Swanee.
Great fun in the morning. The Morning Gospel Express with Mark and Laura, weekdays from 6 to 9 a.m. right here on AM-1010 WGUN, Atlanta.
Good morning. I'm Laura D. in the AM-1010 WGUN News Center with cloudy skies. At 10 o'clock, we have 63 degrees. This news update is brought to you by Po Folks.
It's time now for fun and entertainment with Ludlow Porch. You can get in on it by sending $19.95 to Mr.Hainey. That's Mr. Hainey, Rural Route 2, Hooterville, USA. And now Hainey Productions presents the Ludlow Porch Show.
Maybe just a touch overproduced. What do you think, Denny? Ludlow Porch, Denny Ainsworth. Incidentally, Denny is going on vacation today, so it'll be nice to Denny. Don't upset him about anything. He's going to be gone a week to sunny California. So, Denny, go and rest and have fun and drink nothing stronger than... Never mind. 1-800-572-8255 as we go to Summertown and talk to our lady storekeeper. Hello, young lady.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
I got back home yesterday afternoon. I got the store open this morning.
All right. Business good?
Fair.
Well, we have to tell everybody that you have a general store in Summertown, Georgia, and when they come by there and they need anything that you probably got it.
Probably.
All right.
If I don't have it, I'll try my best to get it.
I love it.
I enjoyed the show. It was so nice to meet everybody.
Well, we're glad you came. It was nice to meet you. It really was.
And I met quite a few of the people, but I missed your wife. I didn't know she was there till I heard somebody saying on the radio this morning.
She slipped in here about 10 o'clock.
Well, I missed her.
Well, next time.
Yes, and I called Capers Braswell when I got home, my radio man, and talked with him, so he's got me set up on the radio today.
All right, good. What you going to talk about on the radio?
I already told him. I told him about the people that I met.
Oh, about the party, good.
Yes, and about the Falcon Inn out there, and you would be broadcasting from there, and that I got to talk with you, and I got to talk with Denny. I told him all that.
Good.
Yes.
Well, listen, we're glad you're home safely, and we enjoyed seeing you and look forward to seeing you next trip.
Thank you. It was good to be there.
Be sweet. I'll talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And here is Junebug in Atlanta. Hi, Junebug.
Well, hey, sweet thing.
How you doing?
Boy, you are really doing something. I'll tell you, that to me, I bet you there's not another radio talk show anywhere that could have compared with the number of audience and the reaction and the attention that they were paying. You know, when you go to a party like that, now we call it a party. Leather Britches and I left Cobb County at 7:30 that morning, so you know we about lost all our religion by the time we got there. When people hear the travel and the traffic reports early in the morning on 85, they better be thankful they're not headed that way.
That's right. That's right.
But you know what, Luddy, what thrilled me to death was the fact that we had such a great bunch of our wackos there, and I was sorry that Herbie couldn't get there. Everybody was, and you know, we still always have our Sparky is there in spirit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you know how involved I am with politics, and I was delighted to see Alan Blackburn there, and I must say I'm proud that he's a resident of Cobb County to begin with, But I have to remain nonpartisan even when it comes to counties out of the 159 we have in Georgia, you know. But I was real thrilled. And then Bill Herndon being there. And you know what made my day then? Is when our esteemed Lieutenant Governor, Pierre Howard, called in. And right after that, Buddy Darden. And the main thing of all was Hosea was there.
It was kind of a...
I mean, you had a group that really I don't think you could have found anywhere else in the country like that.
An unofficial gathering of politicos.
And none of it was planned. Nobody planned it. I mean, I was delighted that Hosea was there because I did not know that he's on the television on Friday nights.
And plus he's on our Atlanta affiliate.
And he's on the Atlanta affiliate.
Yeah.
And I was delighted to find that out. So I'm going to have to save time now with all my rat killing. I'm going to have to be able to watch television and listen a little better than I am. But I just thought you did a beautiful job. And, one thing that I was tickled to death was to get to meet Ted Koppel.
Yeah.
Now, that did it, you know.
A nice man, a little vain, a little arrogant,
yes,
little
but, you know,
pushy, a little boisterous.
He does it with finesse, though, you know.
He's a funny man. I was just kidding. Quite a character.
Well, we had a great time, and I hope we do it again.
We're going to do it again, I promise.
All righty.
Take care of your sweet self.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, our number, 1-800-572-8255. More conversation right after this.
Attention antiques lovers. This weekend, it's the Lakewood Antiques Market. Named Best Antique Show in Atlanta by Atlanta Magazine. 3 big days of shopping for treasures at the historic Lakewood Fairgrounds. 1,200 antique dealers are back at the Lakewood Fairgrounds with hundreds of truckloads of fine antiques and collectibles. These dealers have been searching through attics, basements, barns all over America to bring you valuable, interesting, and useful items, including antique furniture, jewelry, crystal, china, iron and brass beds, antique lighting, Margelica, and much more. This weekend, when you think of antiques, there's only the Lakewood Antiques Market. It's unlike any antiques and collectibles market you've ever experienced. Over 6 acres of interesting and unusual items, all at bargain prices. Enjoy a fun day of browsing through treasures of the past and looking for that special item. This weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, don't miss Georgia's oldest and largest show and sale. Now voted Atlanta's best by Atlanta Magazine, the Lakewood Antiques Market. Take exit 88 east off I-75-85 to the fairgrounds and the Lakewood Antiques Market, the fun place to be.
America has become a nation of fitness buffs. The fitness boom that started a decade ago shows no sign of slowing down. Everywhere you go, people are running, walking, working out, playing tennis, swimming, skiing, skating, generally having a ball. Your podiatrist reminds you there's one thing that's absolutely necessary for participation in fitness or sports activity, a healthy pair of feet. No matter how much you enjoy and benefit from being active, it's not as much fun if your feet hurt. It's a good idea to get a checkup before beginning any physical activity and see a doctor of podiatric medicine if your activity causes any pain or discomfort in your foot or ankle. For more information on foot health and physical fitness, see your podiatrist or call the toll-free Foot Care Information Center at 1-800-FOOT-CARE. That's 1-800-FOOTCARE, a public service of this station and the American Podiatric Medical Association.
This is Ludlow Porch reminding you that you can pick up that phone and call me. Our local number is 897-7353. That's 897-7353, WGUN 1010 in Atlanta. All right. Welcome back. Ludlow Porch and Denny holding forth. Our number 1-800-572-8255. It is a delightful day. It is Monday, a little cloudy, a little overcast in the Atlanta area. As a matter of fact, I understand the entire southeast is in about that same shape and going to get some more much-needed rain. Let's get right back to the phones now on our Catch-Up Friday and talk to Ab Normal. Hello, Ab.
Well, hello, Mr. Ludlow Porch. How y'all?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Boy, that was a hoot Wednesday, wasn't it?
A lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. You know, we all really thank all those folks at the balcony, especially that lady with the red dress on.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, she kept her cool through the whole thing. What in the world are all these Freckles here for?
Who are they? What are they doing here?
That lady was real calm, cool, and collected. She probably had a heart attack by the time she got home. That was fun, though.
Well, I enjoyed it. I was glad you came. Good to see you.
Oh, gosh, if I had a quarter, I'd give you half of it. I appreciate it. Boy, it was just purity enjoyment to me. Nice to see all them nice wackos out there. Except to get to meet pretty Perky Patty. Boy, that's a one dilly of a lady.
Yep. She's fun. She's fun. Always up. That's nice.
Well, give me a ring when you get finished looking at videotape, and I'll come over and I'll grab it from you.
All right, bud. I sure will. You take care of yourself.
Take your time with it.
All right. Talk to you, buddy.
Okie dokie.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Talk to Wayne Parham, world's greatest guitar player, and a man who's really funny looking because of the size of his head. Hello, Wayne.
Boy, I get one half of a good side, and then, the rest of it just sort of goes down the old whatever.
Yeah.
Well, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Fine. You're looking good and sounding good Wednesday, and you are today.
Well, we love it.
Yeah, I said you're looking good today. I take that part back. I can't see you. But I'm looking forward to doing some music for Alan Blackburn. I think he's really special, don't you?
Nice man. Yeah.
I was very pleased. I met him for the first time. Of course, I knew about him, but I met him for the first time on Wednesday at your program, and just thought he's top notch. And I just want him to go straight up and visit.
Alan has been our guest a lot of times, answering some legal questions over the years. He's been with us 4 or 5 times.
He knows the answers, doesn't he?
Always fun, because you'd be surprised how many interesting legal questions there are out there.
Oh yeah, I probably have more than anybody.
And you and you're opening.
Oh, thank you.
You're opening Sunday at the Wooden Nickel. Tell us where that is.
The Wooden Nickel. If you're coming from Athens way and you're coming on 85, get off Jimmy Carter Boulevard, go down to Norcross Tucker Road. Kitty says it's Tucker Norcross Road, and you go down, turn right there, and go down, just a short ways, and you'll see it on the left.
Could you
come on Pleasantdale Road and just reverse that.
Which way do you go if you're coming from West Ogden, Utah?
I believe I'd take a helicopter and just hope for the best.
All right. Well, this be your first appearance in Atlanta in a good while.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try my best to be there. I'm going to be out of town, but I'll be heading back about dark, and I'll try to get by there.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, if you're in the middle of the speech, just walk off.
I'll just walk off.
Okay, buddy. Look forward to seeing you, and it's enjoyable. Oh, I have to tell you real quick, that huge fellow that was with me, that big, tall fellow, he's one of the greatest people. I've known him since I was about knee-high, and he was about 10 feet tall. But he said, boy, I loved Ludlow Porch's show. It's his first, I think. And he said, I think I'll call myself Hugh Mongus. So you got a new one there, buddy.
Take care of yourself.
Okay, bye-bye.
I'll talk to you.
All righty, bye-bye.
Let's go down to Dublin, Georgia, and talk to Jackie on the radio. Hi, Jackie.
Hey, Ludlow, how you doing?
I'm great, my friend. How you doing?
Good. It's good. We're still having plenty of rain here in Dublin.
Well, good for the tomatoes, Jackie.
Well, it is. My husband's got a bunch of them up, and be good size. Brought in some pepper yesterday already.
Good.
But I wanted to mention to you, I also want to congratulate you on your new place and your big opening.
Thank you.
And we're enjoying your show. I wanted to try to reach some of these people that are bottle collectors. I have got a hold of 2 bottles that were found in the Macon area that was made in the 1868 to 1910 era, because they were found way out somewhere. I don't know just what part, but anyway, one's a tiny little medicine bottle that's got on it Oconee Pharmacy, and that's Dublin, Georgia, and the other one has Artesian Water Works. I know Artesian Bottling Works of Dublin, Georgia, and that's I like to get somebody who would know the value or any part of this. It's a little light green bottles, and it's got numbers on the bottom of it.
Yeah, there are a bunch of clubs everywhere. I know there's a big one out in DeKalb County, Georgia, and I'm sure there's going to be one in Macon that's a little closer to you. I'll put out the word right now that somebody needs to call and let you know how to reach some fellow bottle collectors.
Well, I sure would like to do that. And I can be reached at 912.
No, let's don't give your number out because you might hear from an axe murderer.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Don't do that. I have enough of that with the Humane Society here.
Yeah, you be listening, and we'll give out an address for you as soon as we get one.
All right.
You take care of your sweet self.
Thank you. Same to you.
I'll talk to you.
All right.
More conversation right after this.
Everyone knows Callaway Gardens is a quiet, restful place where nothing exciting ever happens.
Not.
Callaway Gardens is not your average walk in the park. Get on our water skis.
I'm a feminist, and I believe women ought to be doctors and lawyers and anything they can be. But the simple fact of the matter is, got no business in the military.
Not in that portion of it. Maybe as a nurse or something like that. That's fine.
Oh, the women in the military have distinguished careers, waves, wax, and God bless them. They've done their job over the years. But what's going to happen if you have them in the military in combat situations, and this is a fact of life, you're going to have to lower the physical standards. That's the only way to do it.
And then at the Citadel, and of course I think I've told you that there's only two really military schools left in the United States is on a 4-year beside the service academies, and that's VMI and the Citadel.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to change the standards of everything that the Citadel and VMI stood for all these years. And because I tell you, when you go through one of those things, it's like my son did. I tell you, it wasn't any fun, and you got to. There's a lot of things you'd have to change to admit a woman to an institution like that.
No question about it. I'm glad you called, big boy.
Okay, talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Freckles is on the line. Hello, Freckles.
Hey there.
How you doing?
My mom always told me you should always tell people you had a good time when you left the party.
Well, let me tell you, I told some other people, I never feel like I get to spend any time with anybody in one of those things. And when it's over with, I'm always glad to see everybody, and I wind up shaking hands and hugging and then not seeing them anymore. But
well, there are I always try to be cognizant of the fact that there are people there who have never actually met you and who they're anxious to. And
I can break them with that habit quick, can
I was thinking the other day about, for some reason, your format and everything reminded me kind of like of Allen's Alley, Fred Allen's old radio show where all the friends drop by.
That's right.
You can call it Ludlow's Porch. Now, isn't that clever?
I like it.
Well, you have my permission. You can use it.
I've already jotted it down.
Jot that down. You can use it as Ludlow's Porch.
Somebody suggested and asked why we did not name the restaurant Ludlow's Porch.
Oh, really?
You want to hear a true story?
What?
We're trying to decide on what to name that restaurant.
You talking about the Blue Ribbon or the one there?
No, my restaurant, the Blue Ribbon.
Okay.
And it had a big sign outside that said the Blue Ribbon Grill.
Uh-huh.
And I turned to the guy sitting there who we were discussing this with, and I said, how much is it going to cost to change that sign? And he said $40,000. I said, this is the Blue Ribbon Grill.
There's nothing like the bottom line, is it?
And that's how we decided on that name. And we did that for a simple reason, because we didn't have $40,000.
Well, are you going to the mountains?
No, I got to go south today. I got some business down south. I won't get to the mountains at all this weekend.
Well, are we going to our place for the first time since last October? I don't think I've been. In fact, John's been up and put ceiling fans in and done all kind of stuff. I haven't even seen it, so I'm looking forward to it. I unpacked what I had packed and repacked my sweatsuits.
I expect the ceiling fans might feel good, too.
Yeah? Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to the weekend, and once again, I did have a good time, and maybe when John's in town one day, we'll come up and have a cup of coffee with you one morning.
Yeah, do that, or I'll come for lunch, because...
well, that's true. You get off at 12, don't you?
Yeah, John and I pass like ships in the night. I get to see John for 3 minutes a year at the roast.
He just called me from, said he was on his way home, and he'd stopped to get a biscuit and coffee and got back in his truck, and it was dead as a doornail. Luckily, there was a Firestone place across the street, so they on their way over with a battery. So he's sitting there on the side of the road somewhere, probably listening.
He's on the way home, I guess.
Yep.
I got to go, Miss Freckles.
Have a good weekend.
Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Our number, 1-800-572-8255, 1-800-572-TAL. All right. Great day to be alive. I would like very much to hear from you. 1-800-572-8255 as we talk to The Swamp Woman. Hello, young lady.
Hello.
Hello there. How you doing?
I'm feeling great. How
Good.
are you?
Wide open.
Did you rest up a little?
No.
You didn't. I was so delighted to get there, even though I thought I wasn't going to be able to.
Well, you're a perfect example of better late than never.
Well, or the cow's tail.
No.
Whatever.
No, we were glad you made it.
Do you know what?
What's that?
It's on the square in McDonough every Wednesday afternoon. This is a very small town, and people still close their stores. But I always stay open because I have to make $1.
That's right.
But that day, my husband, we talked on the phone, and he said, close that store and let's go. So we did. But I didn't meet Denny, and I wanted to do that. But and I got my hug from you finally. I didn't even have to prompt you. You jumped right up and gave me one.
Oh, I'm a hugger.
And your wife, was she still there when I was there, or do you remember?
No, I think they had gone. We've got a house guest in from Louisiana, down in the Cajun country. My friend Boo Boo has been in town with us, and so they had to leave.
Well, speaking of Boo Boo, what happened to the young lady from Louisiana that always calls in, or I think she's here now, but she talks about Cajun food and Boo Boo? I haven't heard from her.
I haven't heard from her either.
What is her name?
She's our nurse, and I'll come up with her name in just a minute.
Okay. I just have been thinking about her, and when you said Boo Boo, it brought it to mind.
Great lady and interesting caller, and if she's listening, I want to tell her that she's been absent without leave, and
to get back.
And she gets 2 demerits.
Well, look, I met Cyro the Body Man.
Our Kathy, that's who it is.
Our Kathy, that's it, okay.
Love of my life, an apple of my eye.
Oh, don't stab my heart, please.
And I wonder what I said to tick her off.
She'll come back, I always do.
I hope so.
I was delighted to meet Cyro, the Body Man. He looks so healthy.
Yeah, he is healthy for an undertaker. He looks good.
I know. He gave me one of his little key rings, and I keep it in my purse.
That's the BBC, Bodies by Cyro.
And I bury y'all. 1-800 I bury y'all, or something like that. We were just delighted, my husband and I both, to see you and to be able to congratulate you and say, God bless you, and I hope big things have happened for you already, but even bigger.
I was very flattered that y'all would ride all the way up. That's a long ride, and I really
we love you.
Well, I love you, and I appreciate it very much.
Can I ask you one more thing?
Anything.
I want to tell you something, first of all.
Okay.
When you're there, and I saw the booth, the food, it's outside the window, lock the door.
Yeah.
But you can stand up and walk in place, march. You can do that.
Oh, yeah.
Get a little exercise in there.
We'll put a rolling machine in here.
Well, a treadmill maybe. But do you still have a fan club?
Well, yeah, that's kind of you been talking about the Wackos?
Yeah. Or you yourself, Ludlow Porch fan club, and I would like to know who the president is and how I can.
It's been very unofficial. When Sparky passed away, that I didn't have the heart to
do anything
to go forward with that. So if somebody does it, it'll be nice, but that's a lot of work to have somebody take on,
That's true, but that makes you real official, great one. Really, and also the official Wacko certificates, are they still? They're not being given out, then, right?
No, that just when Sparky passed away, they kind of all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't be unhappy.
Oh, no, not at all.
If it was revived.
No, not
at all.
Okay. No.
All right. Well, I just wanted to. I don't know, Ludlow, if you know how delighted I am that I was able to get there.
Well, we enjoyed it, and I wish if you'd have hit it at its peak, you could have got to meet more people, but you'll do it next time.
I will. What about the, let's say, the roast, the Knights of Columbus? Will you be doing that this year?
Yes, we'll be doing that, I think it's August 14th. I'll let you know.
Well, this time I'm going to get there early.
All right,
because I want to meet some of these people who have called me on the telephone, and I just feel, I just feel great about you, and you're going to be even bigger, not in girth, hopefully. But
you take care.
All right.
I'll talk to you. Love you to death.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 1-800-572-8255, and let's see, I believe Larry in Cleveland, Tennessee is on deck. Hi, Larry.
Hey, Ludlow, how you doing?
I'm doing great, partner.
I've been a secret admirer of yours for quite some time now.
Thank you.
However, I do want to tell you that of all the talk shows I've listened to down in Fort Worth and Dallas and around, we don't have one here in Cleveland because they're afraid what might happen if they do. But you have the second best one.
Okay.
The first one was while you were probably still wearing cloth diapers, or maybe you were just a gleam in your pappy's eye over in Memphis, WHHM, in 1954 or 55. WHHM, we had a kid named Keith Sheriff that it was from 9 until 1 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And, of course, we didn't have Ted Koppel and all the wackos you have. We just had Elvis Presley and Dewey Phillips and Sam Phillips. And whenever we'd get Elvis on, he'd really... He couldn't get out of the studio sometimes till early in the morning because crowds would come. We never announced that he was going to be on.
I bet.
This was back when he was real well known in the Mid-South, down Mississippi and around Memphis. He was doing a little bit, but it's back in his early... It was shortly after Marion Keisker told Sam that he didn't think he'd make it because he was so shy. And he really was, and the last day, I know the day he died, I was driving down State Line Road between Memphis and South Haven. Heard he died, and it just tore me up. I had to pull over at the side of the road because he was a real nice young man. Of course, he had his problems and everything else.
Yeah, everybody, whoever knew him says that exact same thing. What a nice, polite...
Oh, I was always Mr. Larry to him, and even though we weren't, now I'm not saying we were close friends, but we were friendly. But to the day he died, every time we ran into each other, hey, Mr. Larry, how you doing? And but I say, when you have somebody like that, and he was very popular, that's why I say you're number 2 and ours was number 1. But as I say again, that was a long time before your time, I suspect.
No, I wish it was, but it wasn't a long time
before
come
my
on.
Time. You were probably still in diapers.
No, I'd been
I'm not trying to get your age, Ludlow.
Let me just say this. In 1954, I was already out of the Marine Corps. How about that?
Oh, my gosh. I never figured that.
I got to run, old friend. You take care.
Okay, all right, again.
Good to talk to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, I wish I could say I didn't remember that era, but that was the year I got out of the Marine Corps. Our number is 1-800-572-8255. I want to tell you a true story. About a year and a half ago, contacted by the folks who make the allergy-free permanent electrostatic air filter about doing some commercials for them. And I said, well, there's no way I can advertise these till I try it. So they sent me 2. I've got 2 furnaces in my house. It's a 2-story thing. So they sent me 2 and put them in, easy to put in. Take out the old filter, throw it away, and put the new one in. And these are metal, and you wash them out, never have to replace them. I don't know anything about air filters. 977-7353, WGUN 1010 in Atlanta.
I put them in the ground, cover them up, and let them grow.
Right.
They start blooming. They're about 4 feet high, and they start blooming. Beautiful blooms.
Mm-hmm.
When I was smaller, we used to get potato bugs off of them. But for some reason, I never see those potato bugs down here. And then, when the blooms fall off, I got a potato on top of the plant.
On top of the plant?
Yes.
What kind of potato?
A potato of a good-sized marble. And do you know I've been asking my friends, and they'd never heard of it or never seen anything like it?
I've never heard of it either. It's growing on top of the plant.
When the bloom falls off, you'd get a potato where the bloom was at.
That's a new one. I don't know a whole lot about potato farming, but that's a new one on me. I've never seen potatoes that didn't grow under the ground.
So I grabbed this potato, and I've been doing it, and push it down, pull it down, and put it in the dirt. But somebody said, well, it looks exactly like a little, what do you call those?
New potatoes?
Salad tomatoes?
Cherry tomatoes?
Yeah. It looks exactly like that, only it's, and you know, you hear about these, you can't eat the potato that grows where the sun hits it.
Maybe somebody will call in and tell us. It's brand new on me. I've never heard of that.
But I enjoy your show, and I enjoyed Ted Koppel yesterday.
I'm glad you called, and I hope you'll stay in touch with us.
Thank you, sir.
Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah, if you know about that, if you know more about potatoes than I do, and it's very possible, give us a call, 1-800-572-8255. Let's talk to our beloved Bridgette on the radio. Hello, young lady.
Well, good morning to you. Wasn't that a humdinger of a party?
It was a stem winder, as we say in London, Bridget.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. Well, I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed meeting everybody.
Yep, that's always fun, because it always seems to always be new wackos to meet.
A mutual friend of ours told me a rather rich joke, which I'm still laughing about.
Bloody Mary?
No.
Bloody Mary.
Northside Jack.
Bloody Mary tells filthy jokes. And I, for one, am shocked, Bridget.
I have been accused of telling jokes. I don't remember telling really, really bad, dirty jokes.
Of course
Just corny ones.
Of course not.
But we had a good time.
It was fun.
It was, and it was good to see you. It was good to see everybody, and that's a beautiful grandbaby you've got.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's a jewel.
She is, isn't she? How old is she now?
A little over, I think, a year and a week.
A year and a week.
Yeah.
Oh, my youngest grandbaby won't be a year older until September.
Well, come on back and see us.
I will.
We'll have some crumpets.
Oh.
Bring Basil with you.
He had to fix somebody else's leaks.
Okay.
Know what I mean?
No.
My leaks are the last ones to get fixed.
The shoemaker's children has no shoes.
Yes.
Talk to you, Bridget. Be good.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's go to, let's talk to the Reverend now. Hello, Reverend.
Just blew Denny's mind.
How you do? How'd you do that?
Well, I told him it was the Reverend Mater D.D. at the Blue Ribbon Duck and Dine Tabernacle for Fun Seekers International, with headquarters at the Grand Rotunda in Peachtree City.
That's right.
And he said it'd blow his circus. He couldn't get all that in the computer.
How you doing, preacher?
I'm doing fine. I hadn't called you since you changed over that way, because I just can't ever get to the telephone at the right time. I just happened to be kind of coasting today, and thought I'd just give you a call and wish you well.
Well, bless your heart. Thank you. I'm sure that your travels sooner or later are going to take you through Swanee.
Absolutely.
I want you to come by here.
To see Ludlow under glass.
Here.
But it's kind of hard to think regional when we've been used to thinking local. And I forget, we're just going out over to the whole world with this, aren't we?
Oh, yeah.
This is a new venture, and it's great.
It is fun.
The guy that tells me the story every week that I can tell told me about, he said, did you hear about the guy who took his wife to lunch one day?
No.
Looked out across the Blue Ribbon and saw this pretty girl sitting over there, and she kind of got his eye and waved at him, and he said, "Who's that?" His wife said, "Who's that?" He said, "Well, if you must know, it's my mistress." She said, "That's it. I want out of this marriage. I will not remain in it. We will separate this thing." He said, wait, just a minute. He says, before you go and blow everything, he said, you live in a $300,000 house. And he said, you have an upstairs maid and a downstairs maid. You have accounts at the finest stores. He says, you have a BMW in the garage. And he says, the kids go to the finest schools. And he said, all of this, when I die, is yours. He said, you really want to get rid of that? He said, just think about it overnight and meet me here again tomorrow. So she met him back at the Blue Ribbon the next day. As they walked in, she was rather cool, and she looked out across, and she said, "Isn't that Joe, our banker over there?" I said, "Who's that chick with him?" He said, "It's his mistress, if you must know." She says, "Ours is prettier."
Preacher, come see us, you rascal.
All righty, you too.
Always a pleasure.
You keep your bad self in check.
I'm going to do it.
Bye.
Bye-bye. 1-800-572. That's a great joke. That is a great joke. Tell you a story about some friends of mine, J&R Clothing. Listen, 20 years ago or so, these folks got together and said, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sell name brand clothing, and we're going to sell it at a discount. Now, I'm not talking about seconds. I'm not talking about something shipped in here from Taiwan. I'm talking about name brands that you heard about all your life, like Sansabelt, Hager. Thank you.
Listen, I just finished your book, Lewis and Me and Skipper Makes the Road,
Mm-hmm.
and I haven't laughed so much in a long time.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
And also, my husband and I just returned to the island from Macon from the South Georgia Conference of the annual conference of the Methodist Church.
Uh-huh.
And we had a visiting evangelism out of Clearwater, or Tampa, I'm not sure, Clearwater. And her name was Reverend Barbara Bowcroft, and she read a 1982 column that Lewis Jr. had written. on TV evangelist. And you talking about a hit. I want you to tell him he was the hit of the conference.
I will tell him.
It was wonderful, and we just had a great time.
I'll tell
thought you needed to know.
I'm glad you enjoyed the book, Music to My Ears.
Yes, it was great.
Thank you.
All right.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Let's see. I want to talk to Laura now because Laura has an answer about the potatoes. Then he put Laura on the phone with me. Laura, how you doing?
I'm doing just fine.
Tell me about those potatoes.
Oh, well, that's nothing strange. It's nothing unusual. It's just it's sort of a seed from the bloom. The bloom, that if it comes out of the ground, you know, when it comes up and the potatoes blooms, it leaves a sort of a seed-like. But it's not a potato.
Okay. He said it was a potato. That's what...
No, it looks like one, but it's not.
Okay.
He eats that. He's a goner.
Is he?
Let's tell it that way.
I love it.
Yeah, now we used to raise like a half an acre of potatoes, maybe an acre of potatoes.
Yeah.
And when they bloom, they will leave that on there.
I didn't know that. I didn't know what he was talking about. I just planted some new potatoes back in the wintertime and just dug them up the other day, and they don't do that. When the vine dies, it dies.
Right, but when they bloom, you're supposed to make more potatoes.
Yeah.
But like I said though, that's a little seed. He said it looked like a little tomato on it. He thought was potato, but it's not. It's not a potato.
Like a cherry tomato. Okay.
Yeah.
Laura, I thank you for your good advice.
Okay.
Talk to you.
All righty.
Bye-bye. To Milledgeville, Georgia, and Anita. Hello, Anita. Was that Anita hanging up?
Oh, no,
Hey.
I'm right here.
How you doing, my friend?
Just great.
You're on the air.
Well, hi.
Hi.
I was at your party, the Wacko Party, the other day.
Good.
And I'm sort of a Ludlow Porch virgin. This is all new to me, so it was kind of an experience.
Well, good.
But
well, I'm glad you came. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh yeah, I liked the guy in the kilt. He was just adorable. And
his name is the Other Doctor. He is our. He says that while he's not a doctor, he plays one on the radio. So that's.
Oh.
And he is also our resident piper.
Uh-huh.
And all-around big person.
Well, I wasn't sure who were the wackos and who were just other people.
They were all wackos.
Well, I saw a man with a long braid and a unicycle, and I wasn't sure if he was one or not.
You telling me you saw a guy indoors with a unicycle and a long braid in his hair, and you had some doubt about whether or not he was a wacko?
Well, you see a little of everything, especially in Milledgeville.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. But I noticed that you were facing the cafeteria area where they check out, on the food line and everything.
Yeah, I did that because that's where the microphone was.
And I just loved it, though. I saw a Milton crab apple, and this was just great. I almost got killed getting there in a wreck and everything, but it was just great. My boyfriend is a big fan, and he wanted me to go. And
well, you bring him back, and we'll do it all over again.
Oh, I love it. I had a great time. The music was good and everything. I love it, and I'll be a fan from now on.
Thank you, Anita. See you soon.
All right.
Bye-bye. I understand Luther Phillips is on hold, and Luther's pretty old, so we don't like for him to wait long. Luther, are you there?
Yeah, good morning, my son. How are you?
How you, Luther?
Oh, I'm about to get over all of it.
Well, you pulled yourself together?
Yeah, sure did. I want to tell you something. That London Lil,
Yeah?
old girl knows what she's talking about.
You didn't bring Buffy, did you?
No, but I'm going to tell you, Buffy's mad. She found out about the party.
Did she?
Yeah, and she got mad because I didn't take her.
Yeah.
And I told her I just didn't think she'd have a good time,
Uh-huh.
And, but she, Lord, don't let her find out about old London Lily.
How old's Buffy now?
Oh, 22.
22. The old girl's coming right along.
She's on, man. She's already vote now and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, seemed like only yesterday she was 18.
Yeah, I'm strutting around there in the old cheerleading outfit. That's it.
Bless her shapely little heart, yeah.
Yeah, I've done that about a week ago, too.
Uh-huh.
Just tickled me. Yeah, but this thing's wore me out.
You made a big hit with London Lily after she found out you were rich, Luther.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Well, you know, I found out she made a pretty good hit with me, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What did you find out about her?
Well, she's English.
You like English
Oh,
girls?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, girl, I said, you ain't around here, are you? No. Then she started telling me she's from somewhere in Liverpool or somewhere like that.
Well, okay.
Where that is?
I gotta go, Luther.
Oh, it is out there in Radio Land.
Yeah.
We'll make love sometime. Weeks two, I'm gonna need action.
Take care of yourself, Luther.
See you, my son.
More conversation right after this.
Afternoons beginning at 4, filled with your favorite music, the latest news, weather, and frequent traffic reports with your host.
A bit hard to fluff up.
I'm sure.
Never have really cared for that sort of thing. But, hey, to each their own. Laura, this traffic report brought to you by Pro Journey Travel. We do have an accident at Claremont Road at 85 in DeKalb. Also in DeKalb, a crash North Road Hills at Claremont and a fender bender North Decatur Road at DeKalb Industrial Way. Enjoy the beautiful Smoky Mountains with 3 nights lodging, admission into Dollywood and more, starting as low as $140 per person. Family packages available. Call Pro Journey Travel, 1-800-279-PRO-7. I'm Captain Bob Kidd of the WGUN Traffic Center.
Atlanta area weather from the WGUN Weather Center, calling for occasional rain and possibly a thunderstorm today, high in the low 70s. For tonight, occasional rain and possibly a thunderstorm, low around 60. And for tomorrow, showers and thunderstorms likely, high near 80 degrees. Currently in Metro Atlanta, we have 63 degrees under cloudy skies. This news update has been brought to you by Po Folks. Stay tuned for more of the Ludlow Porch Show up next. News at any moment. I'm Laura D. in the AM-1010 WGUN News Center.
It's more fun than racing wheelchairs down the halls of the old folks' home. It's even more fun than wrestling hog head. It's the Ludlow Porch Show. Get in on the fun by dialing 1-800-572-TALK. That's 1-800-572-8255.
It's me, it's Ernest Keith. Ludlow Porch in the last hour of whatever this is, hoping that you've got a great weekend planned, and that part of that plan is including buckling up, because I want you back here Monday, and if you buckle those seat belts, that's going to give us both a better chance of getting together on Monday. Let's get right back to the phones now, and we're going to talk to KT on the radio. Hello, young lady.
Good morning, Ludlow.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good.
I just want to let you know what a great time I had at the Wacko Party,
I'm
too.
glad. I'm glad.
It's kind of neat to have people to walk up to you and call you by name and you don't even know who they are.
Yeah,
I love that.
It is.
And then to get to sign a book, it's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I was just looking through this crazy little book that I've had for some time about how to speak Southern.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard of a book of how to speak Northern?
No, I haven't. Well, there's a wide open market. I need to write that.
Well, yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think this spelling is funny, I'd like to see how you spell some of the way they pronounce, instead of a dog, it's dog, a dog. I don't know how you'd spell that. That'd be tough.
You got more syllables than I can handle.
Well, I'm one of those word policemen, so a policewoman or whatever. And so, some of this bugs me, but, this is my roots here, so I can't really complain too much about Southern. I'm so Southern, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
So, can't hide it and don't want to.
All right.
One of the things that's funny in here, you know how I hate to hear anybody say Atlanta?
Uh-huh.
Well, they got E-T-L-A-N-N-A, Atlanta. And they got on here, the city General Sherman burned during the war for Southern independence. Atlanta is kind of like New York with pecan trees.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they said.
I think there are too many of those books. I never buy them because they're all pretty much the same, and I never thought they were very funny. And I just I think it's a knockoff way to write a book. I think if you.
Well, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But the reason I have this, my deceased husband was from Michigan.
Mhm.
And when he first moved to Atlanta, somebody gave him this. So it's pretty old, but it's funny. I looked at some of it and I thought some of this is really stupid, but it's kind of cute too.
Yeah.
But I just wondered if anybody had done one for Northerners.
Not to my knowledge, but we ought to. We ought
Yeah, I
to.
agree with you.
Hey, T, I got to run. You take care of
Okay,
yourself.
well, you have a good weekend.
All right.
Talk with you later. Bye-bye.
Be sweet. I'll talk
All
to
right,
you.
Bye-bye.
We're going to talk to the baby bulldog in Athens. Hello, baby bulldog.
Hello, Ludlow Porch.
How you doing, cousin?
Just fine. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
How'd the party go the other day?
Oh, wonderful. Ask your dad. He was here.
He said he had a great time. That's all I heard.
Yeah,
I
well,
was heartbroken. I couldn't make it.
well, next time.
Next time I had a journalism test,
Yeah.
but I made an A on it, so I guess it was worth the sacrifice.
Yeah, we planned that thing during finals. I was looking for a bunch of UGA students, and it happened during finals, and we didn't draw many, but we'll get them next time.
We'll get you straight now next time.
All right, buddy.
You looking forward to a good weekend?
Yeah.
Did you know what yesterday was, don't you?
No, what was yesterday?
Oh, you didn't hear about it, I guess. Yesterday was the 25th, the silver anniversary of the Georgia Bulldog.
Yes, I
and
did.
the
Yes,
Georgia Peach.
as a matter of fact, he told us.
Okay,
he
good.
Sure did. He
I
sure
want to make sure you were informed. Yeah, they've been through 25 years and 3 Bulldogs.
All right.
Great marriage, let me tell you.
Yeah, it would have to be. You got 2 great parents. I know you're proud.
Yes, sir. We got graduation tomorrow, and I'm right here in Atlanta right now, picking up my grandmother, taking her home to see her favorite son, the Bulldog.
All right. Well, listen, y'all come on by here when you can.
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy.
Okay, bye-bye.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Our number is 1-800-572-8255. 1-800-572-TALK. We got time to talk to Julian before we pay the rent. Julian in Albany, how you doing, partner?
Just fine, just fine.
Good.
Could you stand another little joke on a Friday?
Huh?
Could you stand another joke on Friday?
It's a clean joke, Julian.
Oh, that's the only kind I can tell.
Uh-huh. Go right ahead, Julian. I can stand it if you can.
This old fella was carrying on over this little infant. Now, you got to use your imagination.
All right.
He's acting like a first-time granddaddy.
Uh-huh.
And he asked that little fella, said, "Now, how old are you?" He said, 3 days old. And it shook him up so bad, he's about all he could think to say was, he says, well, how did you come to get here? He said, I am a product of a commitment of love between my mother and father. That fella says, I don't believe all this. Says, how do you know all this stuff? He said, well, I wasn't born yesterday. Julian. Great story. All right. One other thing.
All right.
I think y'all need to quit criticizing the post office so much.
Who?
Because, to send a letter for a penny a day ain't too bad.
Listen, I think you've never heard me criticize the post office. I think zip code's silly.
Oh, I see.
But, no, I'm the only one around that has post office people come on so they can defend themselves. I love them.
But just, a penny a day ain't too bad to send a letter, is it?
I guarantee you it's wonderful. Just 30 miles, 30 days. That's wonderful.
I'm going to be passing right by your new place tomorrow.
Well, I won't be here, but come on.
I know it.
Come on in anyway.
All right. See you.
Always a pleasure.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. I think Julian thought I didn't get that. A penny a day. I understand, Julian. More conversation right after this. Hi, this is Ludlow Porch for my friends at Connect Dairies. Traditionally Americans like 572-8255. Join us. All right, here we are. We're about 40 minutes together before our weekend. 1-800-572-8255 as we talk to the guy with his hand up. Hello, big boy.
Good morning, Ludlow.
How you doing?
I'm doing real well.
Well, I'm tickled.
A little bit damp this morning.
It raining where you are?
It has been.
It's been sprinkling here, too.
Had a large time Wednesday.
We always enjoy it when you come around.
I was amazed at the way some of those folks look. I was expecting a lot worse.
I see.
I was happy.
Yeah, good. Who was a particularly pleasant surprise?
That porch guy.
Huh?
Porch guy. Ludlow Porch.
You act like you had not seen me before that.
Well, you were different.
How was that?
I don't know. I'm just, you know how I go. I can't keep up with the program.
About a half a bubble out of play.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something this morning.
What are you looking for?
Some hybrid catfish. Like to put in a pond to keep it clean.
Uh-huh.
Do you know anybody that might have some of those?
No.
I think there were large black ones. The man had some before, and he needs some more.
Somebody,
I don't know where to find them.
somebody out there will know and call us. Does he want free ones? He want to pay for some?
Either way.
Either way, he'll.
Free's better.
He will. Well, certainly.
Speaking of free,
Yeah.
I was impressed with Free, too.
Free is a large man, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
He's large.
Handsome devil.
Huh?
Handsome devil.
I never thought he was particularly attractive, but I'll bow to your superior wisdom.
Okay.
We're going to find you some catfish. We'll keep the number if they call.
All right, could I do one more thing here?
Yes, sir.
I noticed on the news that Zell Miller said that he wanted to be known as a governor who did good things. Did you hear any of that?
I just read what you read.
So he's decided to run again,
Uh-huh.
you know, after he promised in the campaign that he was going to run one term.
Right.
So I think one good thing he could do and set a precedent maybe was to honor his campaign promises, set up something new for politics.
Well, you see, but that brings up the question now. Did he promise that to me and you, or did he promise that to his wife?
Well, when we talked, he promised it to me.
Okay. That's what I was trying to
We were
find
sitting
out.
over there fishing one day, and
And he said, Guy, you take care of
that's
yourself.
exactly what he said.
You take care of your bad self.
Okay, come to see us.
I'll do it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you. Our number is 1-800-572-8255. As, let's see, who is up next here? The computer just jumped. We talked to George in Tucker. Hello, George in Tucker. How you doing?
Hey, Mr. Ludlow, how are you?
I'm doing good, buddy.
Good. I'm just curious about the tomato thing there.
Mm-hmm.
Several years ago, I've been a gardener for 25 years after being raised on a farm, and I never saw that either, but I planted a potato patch back here, and I fertilized it with horse manure.
Uh-huh.
And those things came up, and they ran like vines. You know, this guy said his potato was 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
Well, I think what happens when they run like that, and mine had these little green things on there, and we cut them open, and they was actually tomatoes. I showed them to my 75-year-old neighbor. He said, I never saw that before in my life. But did you know?
New one on me.
Yeah. Did you know that out of the seed catalogs that you can buy a plant that grows potatoes under the ground and tomatoes on top?
Yet I had read that someplace.
Now that's why, and that's where that came from.
Yeah.
So it is actually a tomato. And it's not necessarily caused from the bloom as the lady seemed to think. I think it's because of the fertilization of it, and they say never to put horse manure on potatoes, put cow manure.
How do they know?
Well, this is, you ever heard of organic gardening?
Yeah, yeah.
The Rodale books?
Uh-huh.
I've read this several times in there, and they've experimented with it. And they just simply say, never put horse manure on potatoes, use cow. But use your horse on the onions.
Okay. I'm writing all this down.
Yeah, and it works. Because I got the prettiest potato patch in Rockdale County right now.
All right.
And they're beautiful. But I've had them like that. They grow tall, and like a vine, they'll have them stupid tomatoes on them.
Yeah. Well, mine just grows. The vine's like 4 inches high, and then when it dies down, I just dig the potatoes.
4 inches high. You must have a special breed there.
Little new potatoes.
A little new potato?
Yeah, and that's as high as a vine ever gets, about 4 inches high, maybe 6.
Oh, you dig them up as new potatoes?
Yeah.
Little bitty things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put them in butter.
Well, I scratch them, but then I'll let the rest of them grow big.
All right. Well, hang in there.
Okay, I just thought I'd throw that at you, but it is actually a tomato on a potato plant, and you can buy them out of the seed book.
Very, very interesting. I love it. You take care of yourself.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. All right, listen, we got some folks that are hanging on here. We're going to get to them, but don't want to put anybody on this close to the next break because it would just not be fair. So if you're on there, you just hang on. We'll get to you right after we take care of some business. And part of the thing I want to tell you is we're in the new network headquarters in the Falcon Inn at the Falcon Training Complex. And we hope that as you're going up and down Interstate 85, you'll stop off at exit 44 and just say hello. We're here every day, 9 to noon. Now, let's listen to a little bit of homegrown tomatoes.
Sweating and digging every time I go out and pick me a bit. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'd life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. Out to eat, and that's for sure, but it's nothing a homegrown tomato won't cure. Put 'em in a salad, put 'em in a stew. You can make your very own tomato juice. You can eat 'em with eggs, you can eat 'em with gravy, eat 'em with beans, pinto or navy. Put 'em on the side, put 'em in the middle. Put a homegrown tomato on a hot cake griddle. Homegrown tomatoes, homegrown tomatoes. What'll life be without homegrown tomatoes? Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes.
What does the American dream mean to you? It's something different for...
See by that music that a very special man is here. Hello there. You're on the radio.
Coming to you directly from the BBC.
Yeah.
That's Bodies by Cyro.
Uh-huh.
The only drive-in funeral home in the South that I absolutely know anything about.
Right.
The official funeral home of the 1996 Olympics.
Uh-huh.
And the official funeral home of the Atlanta Braves.
Uh-huh.
This is Cyro Greenburg.
How does a drive-in funeral home, Cyro, get to be the official funeral home of the Olympics?
Well, everybody has to apply. You know, you have to apply. You know, they have official cars.
Yeah.
They have official cameras.
Uh-huh.
They have official soft drinks.
Yeah.
And all this kind of stuff. So we applied, and we apparently were the only funeral home that applied.
Yeah, and how do you get to be the official funeral home of the Braves?
Well, I just made myself the official funeral home of the Braves.
You just...
You're out! Well, that's
well,
some gratitude in it.
How's everything in the old funeral home business?
Oh, it's fine. But getting back to the Braves.
Yeah.
If you'll remember, I officially made myself the official funeral home of the Braves 2 weeks ago today.
Mm-hmm.
And what has happened since then?
Well, they've been on the comeback trail.
They're on a winning streak now. You just put the fear of God in them, and they start playing ball.
You're responsible for that, aren't you?
That's me. I'm taking credit for every bit of it.
I love it.
But they just started playing ball. And I don't know if the word got back to them or just what happened.
Well, they maybe listen to the radio. You can't tell.
That's right. Had a super time at your function.
Was fun. As far as I know, you were the only funeral director here.
You know that, and I'll tell you that I passed out a lot of cards, passed out a few key fobs, and passed out a lot of key fobs. I don't like to saturate the market with key fobs.
Yeah. Tell everybody about those keychains because I think those are kind of unique.
Oh, they are. They're little bitty red key. I like to call them key fobs.
I know.
PFOBS, you know. And it's got my name on there, and it says the BBC, Bodies by Cyro, the only drive-in funeral home in the South that I know anything about.
Uh-huh.
And it says, call 1-800-BURY-YALL.
People don't believe that you really have those.
They don't.
But you do.
But there's a few people like that. I gave out about a half a dozen of them. I didn't give out many because, you don't saturate the market with them. They just lose their uniqueness.
Well, I know, and not only that, but we give them away here as prizes sometimes.
That's right. Sometimes y'all give them away.
Yeah.
And but we had a good time, and I sold 7 layaway plans.
Sold 7 funerals while you were here?
Sure did.
Boy, you're never off duty, are you?
Always on duty, you know.
Only man I know that would have the gall to go to a party and sell funerals.
Well, I went up to one old man, and I think it's the old man from the home right there.
Uh-huh.
And I told him, I says, you need one of these. And he said, oh, so I don't need. I said, yeah, you need one of these now. And so I got him write me a check, and I sold him layaway plan right there on the spot.
A layaway plan.
Because you could tell. I'm awfully surprised I hadn't heard from his family yet.
You're awful. You're an awful person.
Well,
you really are.
Oh no, not really. I like to have a lot of fun. And and the Greek ladies had a lot of fun too.
Well, the Greek ladies are fun. That's probably the smartest thing you ever did for your funeral home is hiring the Greek ladies.
I saw. I know you're right about that. And Bunny and Merlin and Evelyn. That's the Greek ladies. For the uninitiated.
Yeah.
They put on their bikinis and went swimming in a little pool out there.
Did they really?
And the guy with his hand up saw them. And he went out there, and somebody was going to take his picture with him, but he chickened out.
Yeah.
Because he said his wife wasn't there. And if she found out about it,
kill him.
She'd kill him dead in the doornail. Of course, I told him, I said, well, go ahead and sign up, and then I'll have you, So. But they had a good time. We had a good time. Met a lot of nice folks.
Well, want you to ease by here in the hearse every chance you get.
Just every chance? Okay. I can come by. I'll carry out for a ride. I've ridden in my hearse.
Never have been in your hearse.
Well, you need to ride in it, and you need to ride in it while you can enjoy it.
Zero.
I'll even let you ride up front.
Really? Sure. Sitting up, right?
Sitting up.
That's important.
That's why I say you need to ride. Ride while you can enjoy it.
Come on by.
I'll let it.
We'll see you later.
Your mortician, he understands. Ask for the body man. Be sure and tell, what's his name, Denny? Denny. Tell Denny I said bye.
I'll tell you.
See you, boy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Cyro Greenburg, owner and operator of the BBC. It's Bodies by Cyro, a drive-in funeral home. 1-800-572-8255. And let's see, I believe TJ from Morganton is on the line. Hello, TJ.
Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm just fine. How are you?
Good. Where's Morganton?
It's just right outside of Blue Ridge.
We are glad to have you.
Thank you. I called in to tell you some elephant jokes.
You got some elephant? These are all clean elephant jokes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
They're kind of stupid, but I just thought I'd tell you anyway.
Okay.
Why does an elephant paint its toenails red, green, black, white, and orange?
Don't know.
To hide in the jelly bean jar. Have you ever seen any elephants in a jelly bean jar?
Never have.
Guess it works then, doesn't it?
I guess it does.
I got another one.
All right.
Tarzan and Jane saw some elephants coming down a trail. What did Tarzan say?
I don't know.
Here come the elephants. What did Jane say?
I don't know.
Here come the big plums. She was colorblind.
TJ? I hope you'll call us again.
Oh, I'll try.
All right, we love it.
Okay, thanks.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, one never knows when the phone rings that a new star is born. Our number, 1-800-572-8255. If you're anywhere in the southeast, you can anywhere you can hear us, you can call on that. So give us a call, and we'd like to hear from you. I want to tell you about some of my favorite folks. I guess with you as we get right back to telephone, and we're going to talk to Francis. Francis, how you doing? Francis, are you there? Francis had to go and leave us. Let's talk to the Sawdust Kid. Hello, Sawdust.
Break the glass. Sound the alarm. The Sawdust Kid is on the air.
What are you up to?
Oh, about 5:10.
You've been absent without leave.
Yes, I understand that. I've been out making money, and I apologize.
So it's up to you to say something very witty today.
Well, I tell you what. After that lady that just called, anything I say's got to be fairly funny. And that was naughty of me.
You're a bad person. You're basically a bad person.
Well, how did you enjoy your vacation?
What vacation?
Well, let's see. Monday you had Dick Frymire on, and all you had to do was say, "Now let's talk to so and so."
No, you got to drag Frymire through that. Having Frymire on as a guest is like changing somebody's transmission out.
Tuesday you had Kathy Henderson on there, and all you had to do was sit there and say,
But I had to be knowledgeable and pleasant.
Wednesday you moved, and all you had to do was sit there and talk to Ted Koppel and Rendezvous and say, "And now here's so and so." And Thursday you had Dr. Cooper on, and all you had to do was sit there and look fat. And now today the wackos are calling in, and you don't have to do anything except sit there and say hello.
I guess I have had the week off, haven't I?
I mean, when are you going to turn around and do some work for a change?
This is not an official vacation. October's my official vacation.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, sir.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a tour group to Europe.
That's a vacation?
That's a vacation.
What kind of tour group are you taking? Is this Bunny and her...
Oh, no, this is...
The Greek Ladies Association?
An official tour. I guess we're going to put out some commercials on it. You'll be hearing it.
Okay.
So I expect you and your wife to sign up and go with us.
All right. Well, that sounds like a good idea. I got a word for Norman, though. If you don't think you have much, move.
Okay, yeah.
I'm in the process of that, and I can vouch for the fact that I got a whole bunch
Isn't that
of stuff
awful?
I never thought I had.
Yeah, you really accumulate. It's awful.
Yeah, we've been here 15 years, so we put a thing or two together.
Yeah. All right, well, listen.
One more thing right quick, please, sir. Word of advice to Cyril about his key fobs, about he only gave out 6. You know, you need to bear in mind that oftentimes supply or demand and supply are not equal.
Okay. I'll tell you.
Okay.
I'll tell you. You hang in there, I'll talk to you.
Okay.
Let's talk to Elizabeth in Athens, Georgia. Hi, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, not there?
Yes.
Hey there, Elizabeth. How you doing?
Fine.
Good. What's on your mind?
About the potato and tomato plants.
Yes, sir.
I understand that they belong to the family of nightshade. And if you've ever seen the bloom of the nightshade, it is similar. Of course, the tomato is yellow.
Yeah.
But the nightshade is white, I think, and the potato is kind of bluish.
Mm-hmm.
And I have seen potatoes bloom when I was a child in the garden.
Yeah.
We had to pull the blooms off. I think that was to encourage more tubers.
Interesting. That's all new to me.
Botanists could explain that about the family of plants.
Yeah, I'll talk. The next time we have Kathy Henderson on, I'll talk to her about that, because I didn't know those existed. We'll find out all the details for you.
Thank you.
You take care of yourself. Let's talk quickly to Joe in Douglas on the radio. Hi, Joe.
Hello, Ludlow.
How you doing, partner?
I'm doing fine. I understand that you're a great connoisseur of good barbecue.
Yes, Joe, it's a strange thing, but you happen to be talking to a man who knows more about barbecue than Einstein knew about long division.
Well, we want to get you sort of involved in this competition deal and maybe get you judging some of these contests around the country.
What does it pay?
Just a good meal of barbecue.
All right, sold.
But we're having one down in Douglas, Georgia, on the second weekend in November.
And what are you having now?
We're having a barbecue contest, where we have cookers come in and we have judges to judge their barbecue, and of course there's some prize money and trophies, and we want to send you a special invitation to come down to Douglas, Georgia, and be our guest.
What day of the week is it?
It'll be on a Friday and Saturday.
I could probably make it.
Okay. Well, that's what we want, and then of course I think you get our paper every month, don't you?
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we heard you on the radio and just wanted to reassure that you were still a barbecue connoisseur.
What are you talking about? Listen, drop me a note and give me some dates and times and that sort of thing, so I can look at the old calendar and see how clear it is. And I've been known to go a long way for a little pig.
All right. Okay. Well, we appreciate you taking your time to talk to us.
Okay, buddy. Always
All
a
right,
pleasure.
then.
Hang in there.
All right.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye. Would I go to Douglas, Georgia for some pigs? Sure. Here he is, Diator. Ray, how you doing?
Dave. What for a name?
We have a big time, Ray.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How's everything in the pulpwood business?
Everything's fine, man. I'm wide open, hanging in there like a loose tooth.
Well,
Fine as frog hair split 10 ways.
Okay.
Edna, let me tell you, Denny told me he had a fellow just called up and won't know about Branson, Missouri.
Uh-huh.
So I thought I'd give him the Radiator Travel Tour Guide of the Week tip.
All right.
He wanted to know about it.
All right.
They just leave Atlanta and go to Birmingham and go to Memphis and then go to Little Rock and then go north on 65 and carry you right into Branson.
Would it be safe to say that you better be a country music fan if you want to be entertained in Brandon?
You better be a country music fan, and you better be prepared to sit still for a long time in traffic.
Yeah. Can I tell you, every picture I've seen of Branson, Missouri, it's got that main drag with bumper to bumper and nobody moving over about 6 inches at a time.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about it. I'll tell you one thing.
I've decided something.
Yeah, what is it?
I decided I'd rather die than go to Branson, Missouri.
You know something? You got to not be in a hurry to go to Branson.
Yeah.
And, you know, Edna goes about 90 miles an hour at everything she does.
And a pulpwood truck at that.
And I'm telling you. And I had to get behind the wheel. I said, Edna, there ain't no need you sitting there gunning the motor and beating on the side of the door. You ain't going nowhere. Let me get behind the wheel.
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you what's tonight. We enjoyed it. We had a super good time. But it's not a place that you want to go to every year.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a nice place to go. But if somebody come up to me and says, we'll give you a free room to go up there for a whole week, sometime between June, July, and August,
yeah,
I'd pass it up. Now, I might go back after September.
Yeah.
But it's nice, and it's growing, and the tourist traffic's done doubled out there this year over last year.
You know, the vacation time's kind of precious. And to use it sitting in the middle of an expressway.
This ain't an expressway.
Well, I mean, a blacktop road.
Yeah, you're right about that.
It's about more than I can handle.
But you know what? They give you a little old map when you go up there.
Yeah.
And the little old map, if you just sit down and look at it, it's got some back roads on it.
Uh-huh.
And after you figure out them back roads, you ain't gonna sit in that traffic. You can just scoot around it.
You all right? Well.
But seriously, we had a good time.
You might want to go back. Who all did you see while you were out there?
Oh, we seen Boxcar Willie. We seen Willie Nelson, and seen your buddy, and everybody's buddy Ray Steve.
Good.
I talked to Ray. I got a picture of Edna with Ray.
Did you give Ray my warmest
I
picture?
sure did. He says, tell you, he said on Ludlow Porch said he's a kind of, I forget how he referred to you, something like being an agent in exile or something like that. Because of the way you play all this music. He said, I appreciate it. And I said, well, I'm going to show Teddy.
He's a good man.
But we had a good time. We had a good time. Edna stuck clean up the hind end. I told her, I said, Edna, don't go to the woods today. It's too wet.
Yeah, too wet.
And so I'm having to go get a wrecker and a block and tackle. I got to go get her.
Happen about once a year, despite all you can do.
At least once a year.
I got to go.
Okay, remember one thing, would you?
What is that?
You got a friend in the pulpwood business. Depend on it. So we'll see y'all.
Take care of your bad stuff. Bye-bye. We'll tell you a little bit about the allergy-free electrostatic air. But let me tell you why they call it allergy-free. Fortunately, I don't have any allergies, so all we can see disappeared. My
place to be. Oh, living is the life for me.
All right, you know that music could only be one man. Mr. Hainey is with us. Good morning, Mr. Hainey.
Well, good morning, Ludlow. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing fine. I enjoyed seeing you Wednesday.
Well, I'll tell you, I wish I'd have got to say more to you there. I really enjoyed it.
Everything, you can come back, Mr. Hainey.
Oh, yeah, I'll be back.
All right.
Don't worry about that. I'll be back. It's been a rather lucrative week for Hainey Enterprises.
Yeah, you done well, have you?
Yeah, thanks to the Wacko Party.
What did you sell at the Wacko Party?
Well, coffee sales were great, despite the fact I got chased out by Bambi.
But you see what you were doing? These folks out here were giving away coffee. And you stood up beside it and was charging people for free coffee. Mr. Hainey, that's crooked. Yeah.
Well, not only that, let me just thank your publisher for sending all those books to give away. You know, I'll tell you, I was able to get about 3 Croker sackfuls of those books.
Uh-huh.
Really did well.
Well, I'm glad.
Made about $2,000.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. You know, bumper sticker sales were up this week, too. You know, I've discovered an untapped market in the Atlanta area, too.
What is that?
Well, it's a virtual gold mine, and it can be an add-on for the bogus insurance company bumper sticker business.
Uh-huh.
By cruising the Atlanta perimeter during morning and afternoon rush hours,
yeah,
I look for places where traffic gets backed up for miles due to vehicular malfunctions.
Yeah.
Well, you know how folks love to rubberneck at a good crash site.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just stand beside the pile of metal and sell these disposable 35-millimeter cameras along with my bumper stickers.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really taking off. I'm doing good. I think I'm going to stay in Atlanta for a while.
Well, we hope so. Hope you come back up and see us.
Well, I sure do plan on it, and I'll be talking to you.
Look forward to it, Miss Hainey.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Let's talk to my buddy Woody Duck on the radio. What do you say, Woody?
Good morning, Lud.
How you doing, pal?
All right.
Good.
I heard Ray talking about going up there to see all those stars and Willie Nelson. You know, he's easy to recognize because there's always one in the middle.
That's right. The one in the middle is always Willie Nelson.
That's right. I didn't hear anybody mention it, but you know, the other day, Tuesday, I think, with my cousin Donald